are really good at coming up with reasons why we can't, but often those reasons are just excuses. And if we could have the courage to examine those excuses, we'd realize that if we work just a little bit harder, we could turn the can't into can. In early 2016, I got the opportunity to travel to Paraguay with 200 other leadership speakers, members of the John Maxwell team, and John Maxwell himself, which is pretty cool, to provide leadership training to thousands of business people in Paraguay. The program was called Transformation Paraguay. It's an amazing initiative. We actually reached 1/8 of the entire population of the country in that week that we were there. And those leaders were then tasked to go back to their workplaces in their cities and share what they had learned with another 10 people each. It was fun, it was exhausting, and it was an amazing opportunity. So every night, the whole group would come together for dinner and some kind of fun event. On the third night, John told us of a visit that he made to the slums of Katura, where the residents made a living picking through the nearby landfill for anything they could sell or use. He went into great detail about the poverty and the smell and the tiny rivers of contaminated water that they had to leap over as they toured through the slums. But he also spoke of hope, especially from a particular group and their leader. He showed us of a video of Fabio Chavez, the music director of the Children's Orchestra of Cultura. If you go to landphilharmonicmovie.com, you can see the movie. The kids learn to play instruments made completely of recycled garbage. Real instruments, saxophones that sound like saxophones, violins, violas, cellos, real instruments made out of spoons and metal tubing and any other trash they could find from the landfill. And these kids perform real classical music. Sure, it doesn't sound like the New York Philharmonic, but it doesn't sound like trash. They sound as good as any other youth orchestra I'd ever heard. So the video was heartwarming and inspiring, and we thought how great it was that John Maxwell had gone and visited them that day. So then one of the program directors got up and said, and now we thought it would be kind of cool if the kids came and played for you. And then the kids of the Landharp Philharmonic and their little garbage instruments came streaming out onto the stage in their light blue shirts and their dark blue pants, which incidentally is the same uniform I wore for 3 years at art school as a music student at the Interlochen Arts Academy. So tears are streaming down my face and everybody around me as we listened to the beautiful music played by this amazing group who had the courage to say no excuses. We are going to do this. Maybe think about my life and my choices and how often we make excuses because it's the easy way out. If we don't risk, we don't fall, right? But if we don't risk, we also don't fly. So what reasons are you making for not getting healthy or not making more money or not going back to school? I guarantee there's someone out there with much better reasons who isn't letting those reasons hold them back. So why do we do it? Well, frankly, it's easier. It's less scary to just make excuses. It's easier to not take the risk, to not risk judgment or failure or risk that our hard work won't bear any fruit. But if you never try, you're never going to have anything more than you have right now. If you take the easy way, nothing ever gets better. I don't know about you, but that's not an option for me. So have the courage to examine your reasons and decide whether they truly are reasons or not. If some kid in a poverty-stricken family can learn to play a violin made out of a fork and an old can, you can take that next step for your own better life. It won't be easy, but everything that's worth getting requires a little struggle, even if it's just internal. So get out there and have the courage to put down your excuses and make it happen.